So obviously Kevin Holland is coming off that recent fight against Derek Brunson, which was a really odd fight. It was almost like he couldn't get into it, and he kind of undermined himself psychologically. And I don't think it was a good account of what Kevin Holland has to offer. And I think that Vettori is a different fight entirely for him. So first of all, let's start with Marvin Vettori. Obviously, he's coming off that great win over Jack Hermansson. He's a tough, durable, well-rounded fighter. There's not a particular facet of his game that stands out above everything else as being, this is what Marvin Vettori does. You know, you look at Derek Brunson, and Derek Brunson's a wrestler. You look at Kevin Holland, and obviously, you know, he's a kung fu guy, but he's also got that Brazilian jiu-jitsu background as well, which means that he's kind of a pick your poison for Vettori. So Vettori, tough, durable, takes a shot very well. He's very rigid. He's very stiff in the way that he moves, which there's a benefit to that. I think a lot of the whipping shots that you'll see coming from Kevin Holland, a lot of that can be negated by just being strong enough to just withstand those shots. Kevin Holland doesn't generate stuff with loads of power every time. It's the occasional shot that creeps through that's got power in it. The thing that's going to be challenging for Vettori on the feet is the unpredictability of Kevin Holland. Now, the original fight obviously was Darren Till, and I think that's much more of a black and white kind of fight because you've got Darren Till who adamantly wants to fight on the feet. He wants to kickbox. He's going to stand southpaw. He's going to aggressively back you up against the fence. He's going to be high on his toes, and he's going to keep posturing that left hand. So that gives Vettori a clear path to, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. So this is the game plan I'm going to put into place for Darren Till. Now, the breakdown that I was going to do on this fight, which I'm sure at some point we'll get to, it leaned slightly more towards Vettori on grappling because I feel like Vettori is a career middleweight. I think, no, is he a career middleweight? No, I think he was a welterweight. He's a big middleweight anyway. Like naturally thick, heavily muscled. Darren Till's still finding his feet in the middleweight division, but he is very big as well. But I think if I'm Vettori, I'm thinking to myself, if I get in top position, I can maul him. I can wear him out. I can attack his neck. I can beat him up. I can take the life out of him, take the sting out of his arms, and probably win the fight in a similar way that he did against Hermansson. For Kevin Holland, it's a different kind of prospect because you've got someone who, if it hits the floor, not only are you dealing with a very unpredictable jiu-jitsu game, but you've also got that weird striking power that he showed in the Jacare fight. So that there are additional risks when Vettori hits the floor. He still may very much feel like he can take Holland down and just drown him on the canvas. I mean, that's what Brunson did. And what was disappointing from that fight is that Kevin Holland wasn't really throwing anything back. You know, being a Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, you would expect when he's got full guard for that period of time that he would have been trying to instigate some kind of finish, you know, triangles or something off his back, but he wasn't even really striking a great deal. And I think they're the two facets that would make Vettori weary of moving to the floor. One is the fact that he's got stinging power from the bottom, which is very odd. And two, you know, that stinging power coupled with arm bars and triangles, that attack makes his guard and guard passing very dangerous. So with that in mind, Vettori might decide, you know what, I'm going to keep this fight standing. I'm going to test my power against his dynamic unpredictability. And then you've got a very basic, strong skill set from Vettori that you can kind of bank on what he's going to do against an unpredictable, unorthodox striking style of Kevin Holland, who he doesn't know what he's going to do.